Hello, hello. Welcome to Love Good Lane. My name is Matthew. Thanks for joining me. Today, we're going to put some makeup on. And as you might be able to tell from my background, I am downstairs in my office, also known as the laundry room. But it's early and I needed to get this going and I didn't want to wake up the other humans in my household. So we're down here and the lighting, actually, I think the lighting might be okay. We'll see when I edit this video. But my main intent for this video was to try out this new palette from Laura Geller. It's the Glam On The Run Eye, Face, and Lip Travel Palette. Oops, I didn't put the, here it is. Came with that. Let's pop that back in. And then it came with the new liner I'll talk about in a minute, and the dual-ended brush. It came as a kit. I had to buy it on QVC. That's the only place that it was available. I really wanted to try the new eyeliner, and I wanted to check out this lip gloss, which was only available in this kit. And at the time, anyway, it was only available on QVC, so that's where I ordered it. And then I filled in the rest of my face with some other Laura Geller products and some other products from other brands. So yeah, it ended up being a full face, and I'm okay with that. So let's get to it. Here we go. Okay, let's jump in. I already have my skincare and sunscreen on. So now we're going to start with some primer. I'm using the Laura Geller Spackle Skin Perfecting Primer. This is in the version Diamond, and it is seriously almost gone. There's a little bit left in there. This might be the last hurrah for this one, and then it'll be an empty. How exciting. So, we did it. Okay. Don't worry, I have more. I don't know that I have any more of the Diamond. I have some of the Champagne Glow, and I think the Bronze Glow. I also think I have one of the hydrating versions as well. I like to use a primer because I think that it increases your staying power. Your makeup will last longer. And at least for Laura Geller products, I feel like that's good. We're going to let that dry for a minute. Ooh, another empty. Do we know what brand this is? I don't know that it says. But I'm using up the last of the gingerbread makeup cleansing wipes. It smells a little gingerbready. Okay, so we did that. Speaking of empties, I did want to mention, before I forget, that I have another empty. This is the Laura Geller Kajal Longwear Eyeliner in the shade Toasted Coal. I love this shade. It's not too light. It's not too dark. It was just perfect, especially for the under eye or the lower lash line. But when I say that I have used it up, like it's supposed to twist up, there's practically nothing. And we're now scraping on the plastic. So I have to say goodbye. And it's sad because they don't make this anymore. I don't know if it was a limited edition thing or what, but we're going to be using a very similar shade. So I'll let you know when we get to that point, but it's not exactly the same. I'm going to miss my Toasted Coal. Okay. Next, let's do brows next. And I'm going to try, I brought a few different things down here with me, but we're going to try the Benefit precisely my brow detailer. This is one of the things I got on my trip, on my cruise. Okay, that's that in. Let's just brush a few of the hairs that I do have. Okay. Extremely fine point on this one, which is good if you're looking to do those precise hair-like strokes. That looks pretty good. Let's see if we can do something that coordinates on the other side. I know. They say that your brows don't have to be twins. They're more like sisters. And I would agree. Don't try to get your brows to match because it won't work. Our faces are not symmetrical. However, I like to say coordinate, or like your brows might be from a different chapter but of the same book. Like I try not to have one brow that's thicker and the other one thinner, and then one kind of, going up higher. It's crooked. I don't like that. I guess it boils down to the same concept that I try to go off of for color of the brow. Even? Oh, no, it's not. One needs to come in. Um, in my opinion, a good brow should just blend in nicely with your face. It shouldn't be like the first thing people see when they look at you. Whoa, brow. Well, we were going cattywampus there for a hot second, but I think we got it back. I know that took a minute, but in my opinion, your brows and your lip liner, you got to take a minute to do it the way you want and do it correctly. Otherwise, you look kind of crazy. Just my opinion. Okay, eye primer. We're going to use my MAC paint pot in Painterly. Also a product I got on my trip, on my cruise. For me, in my skin tone, this is a pretty good shade because it just kind of gives me a blank canvas. I'm toning down some of the redness and veining that I have on my eyelids and upper eye area. I have tried this using a brush, and it's okay. It works, but I think it's easier. Here's did that. Maybe if I can get the lid on. There we go. Let's looking a little closer. We're good, but the upper line, this brow, needed just there. It needed a little something, something. Before I forget, let me put some moisture on my lips. As we go along, it can sit and marinate. Okay, what am I doing now? I'm going to do a little bit of concealer under the eye. I'm using the Laura Geller Ideal Fix in the shade 100 Porcelain. I'm going to do a boop, boop, ba-doop. My under eyes look not too bad today, although right in the inner corner I've got a little purple. That's for. Do that, and I have my Peach Moji AOA Studios. Very soft blender. Tap that in, blend it out. Good. Okay, what do we want to do now? I think we should, or you know what? I could use, yes. I think now let's do foundation. I'm going to use the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten today with my kabuki brush. And I was going to set the eyelid where I put the primer with some powder, but I think I'm going to use some of this instead because it'll work great. So I've tightened it just a little bit so I can get a little bit more coverage in certain areas. Also setting that little dab of concealer that I put under the eye. Clean. A little bit in the brows. And now I'm going to pull it down. Don't need quite as much coverage in the other areas. Good. Okay. And I've got my Wet n Wild. There's no other writing, so I don't know if this has a number or a name, but this big brush, I just a quick once over. Good. Okay. Moving along. Next up, we're going to do bronzer. I'm using the Physicians Formula. What is it? Deep bronzer. Well, oh, butter bronzer. Do we have a shade? Possibly. Oh, it's all okay. Muro Muro butter bronzer. That's hard to say. I don't know. If I can figure out what shade it is, Or maybe that is the shade. I don't know. If I can figure it out, I'll put it on the screen. If not, that's what we're using. I love this. It's so silky. The texture is wonderful. It does have strong fragrance. It smells like the beach. It smells like coconut. So if you don't like that, be aware. Where is my... There it is. My bronzer brush. That looks good. I'm going to wait to blend until I do blush. Okay, so now we're to the new stuff. I saw this. How did I see it? I don't know, maybe an ad, but it's a new palette from Laura Geller. It's called the Glam On The Run Face, Eye, and Lip Travel Palette. Pretty. What it looks like. There's a blush, a highlighter, 3 shadows, and then this lip glaze. We've been through this before. How do I get the... There. I get the plastic cover off. So a lip glaze in the shade Rosy Rush. It's French vanilla, which we all know and love. Pink buttercream, which I actually have more than one, but it's okay. I didn't get this palette for that. I got it to try the lip glaze. You know, I'm not a huge lip gloss glaze person, but I've been trying to explore more frequently, and it's been going okay. But anyway, I want to try that. But it also came with this, which at the time was exclusive. This is the Caring Kohl eyeliner. It is waterproof, which I don't necessarily care about because you know how I feel about waterproof stuff. It's really hard to get off, but it's supposed to glide on really easy. It has a finer tip, and it has been, supposedly, it has been tested so that you can, if you have sensitive eyes, you can tight line with it and it's not going to irritate your eyes, which I have had issues with in the past. So we're going to try that. And then it also came with this dual-ended brush. I suppose I should open it. So it has the larger end that we can use for blush and highlighter, and then a eyeshadow end. So let's do that. Next up is blush, and we're going to use some of the pink buttercream. It's fabulous. It's a wonderful shade, and it's a great formula. Now, I brought my a little bit here. A little bit more. I brought this is the limited edition Laura Geller Draper James collab. It says Baked Blush in the shade In Bloom. It's more of a highlighter. It's beautiful. but it gives you more of a sheen than deposit a lot of color. But I don't know that I really need any, because there's a little bit of, I forgot, there's a little bit of glow to that pink buttercream, but maybe just a hair. Maybe up here on the cheekbone. Why not? We're feeling sassy today. Looks nice. Okay, moving on. So on the lower lash line, I'm going to use this. It's a Laura Geller Kajal eyeliner in soft slate coal. We're going to use this on the bottom. Then I just bring it up a little bit in the corner on the upper. We're going to put other shadows on, but it just adds a nice little bit of dimension. And I don't like to use mascara on the lower lashes. Some people, it looks fabulous, but I just don't like how it looks on me. No matter which mascara I use, it's just a little too heavy. So I like to use a little bit of eye pencil or some shadow. There, that's pretty good. Next up, let's try some of this new Caring Kohl waterproof eyeliner. We have a shade chocolate. Let's try to do, ooh, yeah, it is finer tip. Let's see if it really does glide on easy. Far so good. You can tell a difference. I just put it in that extreme inner lash line. It kind of defines and makes the lashes look a little fuller, which I like. I'm okay with the length of my lashes. So mascaras, I don't necessarily care about lengthening. But I do want volume. Okay, are we coordinated? I think so. All right, I like that. That did glide on really easy. I'll let you know on the irritation. So far, so good. I don't feel anything. Sometimes when I try to tight line, I'll start tearing up a lot, and my eyes will get irritated. I don't sense any of that at the moment. But. Okay, next, let's do some shadows. We've got 3 shadows: Terrosa, Sunstone, and Raisin. This is intended to be all over. I think this is intended to be your inner corner slash highlighty shade and then crease. So let's try it. I'm going to use the smaller end of the dual-ended brush that came with this to put the sunstone all over. Okay, that looks nice. Let's do, I didn't bring my color switch. Put some this inner. Tossing some of this up under the brow. I'm not super sure about the, I don't really see much of a difference between the Tarosa and the Sunstone, at least on my eye. I mean, the formula is nice. Now what can we do with the raisin here in the corner, or the crease rather? I like that. So as usual with Laura Geller shadow shades, most of the time, now there are exceptions of course, most of the time they're a little more subtle. They're not going to be wham bam. That looks nice. It's giving me some dimension in the crease, but because you know the other thing is it's easier to blend that way. If you've got really bold colors, which is fun, sometimes I'm in the mood for that. But when you have really bold colors, you really have to work a little more at blending. I think that looks nice. I personally would prefer a little bit more, a little bit lighter and maybe some shimmer to that inner corner, the Tarosa. But it's okay. I don't dislike it. Okay. I think that's good. I do want to, I'm going to take this small flat brush and we're going to put some of the Tarosa along this upper lash line. Okay, I like that. Now, do I have I didn't bring a blender brush, but I don't know that I really need it. It's pretty good and blended. Now let's try this. Let's try, I didn't really bring a small brush down here. I'm going to try doing some of the highlighter, the French vanilla. Oh yeah, I like that better. I put a little of the French vanilla in the inner. Lighten it up. That looks nice. I like it. Pretty. It's coming together. Okay, what do I want to do now? We did that. We did that. We did those. I think I want more blush. Okay. I think we're there. Oh. I always do that, don't I? I just realized I didn't bring any lip products down. Well, TBA on that. Maybe I can include a picture at the end with what I ended up with on my lips. But next, almost last, not quite. I'm going to curl my lashes, and today I'm going to use the Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara. They're looking a little spidery today, but I don't mind it. I think it kind of looks nice. What do you think? I like it. Okay, we're going to use whoops. I don't know. Can you still hear me? I knocked the thingy off of my mic. We're back. All right, we're going to try it. I don't know. This is the Lacura setting spray. It's the Aldi makeup brand. I didn't mind the actual spray, but the actual product, but the sprayer, it's not fine. I feel like I'm in a car wash. Okay. While that dries, I'm going to go grab something for my lips. Let's do this one. Also Lacura. This is the lip liner in I don't know what shade. Oh, I think it matched the liquid lipstick. Does this say what color? Berry. This might be the last time for this because it's getting pretty nubby. There isn't any more come out of there. So yet another empty. Wow. Look at us go. And then this is the Lacura liquid, matte liquid lipstick, which works because I want to try some of that lip glaze that came with the new Laura Geller kit. Oh, that wand gets kind of messy. Nice. I'll let that dry for a second. Okay, Rosy Rush has that little angled. How is it? Is that considered a doe foot? I don't know. Pretty. Okay, what do you think? I think it looks nice. I think we did a decent job today. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you if you have tried this palette. Did you get the kit with the new eyeliner and the brush, or what your feelings are? Comments, suggestions. Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. It does help me out, and I appreciate that. And also, you'll be notified when I post new videos. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed chatting and hanging out with me while we put on some makeup. So thanks again, and until next time, see you later.